services from home interface. Systems are now fully operational.
Right. Yeah, so we are back again, and we are looking at USD CAD, right? We are looking at USD CAD as we are here right now. So last week, let I get my drawing tool. Last week the market opened up right here and M2. It didn't quite reach the target, right, which is TP, right, because M2 equal to M4 based on my pivot point strategy, but we didn't quite get there. But what do we know? We enter into central pivot point, it is right here. Let us circle it, right? Even though the bigger picture we are in a sideways move, right? We are in a sideways market. Right? What do we know with this market right here? We are ranging, right? We are ranging. We are ranging for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks now. We are ranging as expected. As expected, right? Because we are entering, what the fuck, we are in summer holidays, and we might be lacking volatility, well, not much trend going on, yeah, and things, and so on and so forth. But what do we know? We know that bulls, right? Bulls live here, and we know that bears live here, right? So you don't want to definitely get trapped in the middle, right? But definitely we understand that bears took a shot right here at the central pivot point, because based on what they did last week, right? They sold at M3, right? Which is our selling price, right? So basically they take profit this week, in my humble opinion. That is my thoughts, right? And after the take profit, it rallied back up, which we have some form of resistance right here, which is in the middle, right? But you're just doing your job, so you sold again back down, right? So now bulls now have their shot taking it up, right? And based on structure and my analysis, I'm looking at this, right? So next week, cause we are already in Friday. So we are looking at this play back down to central pivot point, like a pullback. So within, say, Monday, Tuesday, we are thinking about a continuation with this move up. First target would be right in this resistance right here, but I'm looking at a breakout, right? Because we have an impulse right here, so we have some form of correction, sideways move, and we're looking for the next leg up. And then the market, then now the structure can tell us what next, right? But I'm going to look at the euro dollar chart that I've done the week before. Cause I didn't get to look at it. Yeah. Increase the size. And we have the same thing. What do we know? We are range bound. It's a sideways market, right? Definitely, right? And I'm predicting the downside based on Just a minute. Come on. Right. Market open Sunday at the central pivot point, which is rallied up. I think this is 100 pips. Right, almost there to the resistance. But as we know, in this pink zone right here is our TP, take profit zone, right, and which is recommend we just stick to our plan and be disciplined, right? And then take profit took place and the bulls took another shot all the way up, hitting the take profit zone. So next week, if you're a bear, right, if you're a bear, I'm telling you, next week trade plan. Next week trade plan should be something like this. Boom. As a bear. Now, as a bull, you don't have anything else to do until it reach back down into this zone right here. So for to be a bull and Eurodollar is a waiting game, in my humble opinion, right? Until you get the price down here to enter, right? But for me personally, in short term, I'm a bear on this asset, but in longer direction, I'm a bull on the asset, right? So nothing much. And this, the thing about this, it is expected. This huge sideways market up and down consolidation, no trend is expected. And I stress so much amongst new traders or inexperienced traders that this time of the year is not say you must change your strategy, but don't change your expectations. Change your expectations during this time. Over the years, I've understand during the summer holidays when big institution, bankers, you name it, take their holidays and we are locked in volatility and trend, and most times what tend to happen is traders tweak their strategy, right? Traders say, let's say we have January, good night members, we have January, we have Feb, right, Feb, and we have March, and we have April, APR, and we have May, Y, right? Now we are down here in June, right? And the volatility that we have in this section right here, we are not, I'm personally, I don't expect it within June and July. Not necessarily, let's say the ending of June to the ending of July, right? And things tend to get back into motion in late August, right? Late August. And therefore, we have the follow-up with September. My bad. Right? September. Right? And during, I'm just going to use red, during this period right here that I've mentioned, this period right here, between July, August, this is where traders tend to give back all, alright, gains, give back all their gains that they had in January, February, March, April, and May in this slow period, right? In this slow period. But as I said, we must take note and examine what's going on, different market time and structure, right? So with that being said, let's just get straight to it. Next week trade plan as a bull, sorry, as a bear, we have down, 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 up, back to central pivot point right here, and you should be done for the week, right? But being a bear on this asset short term, I'm thinking about break the low, pull back, and down, right? This for longer term, right? So this is what I'm looking for the end of the month, right? For the end of the month, this is what I'm looking for. And as a bull, as I said, you don't have any business buying right now until we reach this price 1.11 to take it all the way up back, right? Because we are ranging, and we treat this as a range forever and ever until it change. Cool. So with that being said, now we are going to take a look at the entry. I'll just take a sharp look into entering, because bottom line, traders may have the direction and everything, and they don't use tactics and get in, right? They don't use tactics and get in. This is where most traders struggle. The timing. Alright. And I'm going to use, I enter on a 50-minute time frame. I enter on a 50-minute time frame, but what's so special about the 50-minute time frame is the timing. And I'm going to just change my template a little bit. This out the way. I'll just increase the size. Increase the size. Right. I'll just increase the size right here so you guys might have can have a better look what's going on. Right. So where it is, we have the Asian session, which I have in gold right here, ASIA, right? And I have the London session in blonde. And last but not least, we have the New York session, which is in green. Right? Which is in green. I'm just going to write NY for short. New York session. So basically our set this up, we understand is a 24-hour market. Forex is a 24-hour market, right? But I want to get involved in the market when the big players are getting involved, when they are in the market, basically, right? Because those are the players that set the direction or set the trend, right? So I have a 3-hour window, and the 3-hour window is, the 3-hour window that I have is 1 hour pre-market. The first hour is pre-market. Pre-market, right? And the second hour is market. Oh, excuse the writing. It's a bit lagging. Oh my god. And the second hour is market open. Having a bit lag, so the pen not really. And the third hour is I would normally use, I would just say market. Right. Cool. So we have the first hour, which is the pre-market. We have the second hour, which is the market open, right? And we have the third hour, which we call it, I would just say the market, like what it do. So the pre-market, we just set up the play, and we would like to see what happened when after the pre-market, what the market open does, and what happened after the first hour within market open. And that is just basically it, right? But we have some other templates that we can go on and on and on. I can just telling this, and you are gonna get everything just like that. But this is the 3 hour. So each session I have a 3-hour window that I allow the market to set up, right? So within these 3 hours, I can take the trade. Let's change it. I can take the trade in the pre-market, like after the pre-market or when the pre-market just about to open. I can take it at the market open. I can take it after the market is set up. But bottom line is what I look for. I have 3 specific patterns that I look for when the market tend to open, or within the 3 hour. I need to see specific things happen before I enter the trade. I'm not trying to trade every move every 3 hour. I'm trying to trade what have been are patterns that is being repeatable, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to trade patterns that is repeatable and it's easy, right? Easy. I don't want to trade everything. So I just dumb it down a bit. So I might have 1, 2, 3 sessions. I might just have 3 patterns. No, sorry. I might just have 3 sessions with I don't see any of my patterns that I have established, right? The 3 patterns that I have established to say is tradable, right? I will allow, right? So this is where the patience comes into play. Right? So what do we know? As we in Eurodollar right now. First thing, let's use red. I already understand that this is a buying zone, right? And this is a take profit zone. TP. I need to see certain patterns. I need to see the pre-market. I need to see I'm just going to give one of my strategy, one of my favorite strategy. I need to see a quick movement like three or four candle, especially in the pre-market, right, in one direction, and the rest continue the way down. So as we hear right here, for example, this is the Asian session. We have 1, 2, kind of highlight them so we can see them. 1, 2, 3, and this is 45 minutes in the pre-market, and then we have this red candle right here, which is the last 50 minutes that make up the first hour of the pre-market, right? Cool. So this is a trade for me, right? But we have to understand when. The timing is everything, right? But most times I wait, and I don't want to be the first idiot in, right? I always say that. If anybody can refer to that, I always say I don't want to be the first idiot in. So what I know, this momentum candle that right here, that caused this first initial move down, most times the market tend to come back to the momentum candle that create the move first, right? That create the move first, and then continue with the move if that is the direction that it is intended, right? So we can have a look into this play again, right? We have let's change this. We have, let's say, resistance right here, and this is just basic stuff, basic stuff. So we say going up, we have a double tap, right, at price, right? We have a breakout, right? So this is London now. London give us the breakout within the first 3 hours, right? And the next 3 hours, it pull back. It pull back, right? It pull back. So this would, I look for a play like this, right? And I would enter and looking for something like this, right? So I would have one trade here, and I'll have my next trade right here, right? In a nutshell. So this is just basic price action. Higher lows, right? But first we have to bear in mind we have different templates or different structure. That's why I like to look at my 4-hour time frame first and underline what's going on, and then I'll just take it from there, right? Right. So I'll just go and I'll just clean this up. Go back on my daily, sorry, on my back to my templates, right? But first, I would like to share something, right? Remember, we are thinking about this, maybe all the way back down to there, all the way back down to this one, right? So I'm thinking this, this is what I'm thinking. But first we have to get past this zone right here, right? But first let me have this, right? And you can take a screenshot of this, right? You can definitely take a screen. I'm just gonna highlight some areas, and this what I'm setting up the trade for the rest of the month, right? As a bear. As a bull, of course, let I just change this to green, right? We don't have bulls don't got any business in the middle right now until it reach back down to this here right here, and they are thinking this. Oh, come on. They are thinking this up, maybe some pullback in here to the breakout of the top right here. That is bull business, right? Hold. So we can take a screenshot. I'll try to do it right now so we can have a look on it next week, God's willing. And I'm planning to take a bit of a vacation myself, so I'm just going to take a screenshot of this right here, and I'll try to look at it next week where we went, right? Or less we will still remain in the consolidation for the remainder of the month, right? So yeah, and the way I'm going to give you guys a preview of the way I set up my templates, right, to catch the timing, because the timing is very important. We have the direction, we have the bias, and yet still we can't perform in lifetime, right? We can't perform in lifetimes along with the emotions that we may go through during the heat of the moment. So we look at euro dollar right there, and I'm just going to show you very quickly how I would set up how my chart would be in a trading mode, right? This is where I have it. Let's clear this, right? And just increase the size, increase the size, so you guys might have a better more clearer. So I'm increasing the size, okay? I'm increasing the size, and I'm just going to write on it. Whenever I look on, for example, I go back on the USD scan. That's why I have it like this, scan. I have it like this, scan. One of my main reasons why I have it like this, scan, I look at all the major, if I'm trading USD pair, right? I look at all the major that you see right here, 6 asset, and I try to choose the best one, right? Based on price action and how it's set up. Because every trade, every instrument have a slight bit of variable within it, right? Every instrument have a little slight variable of layer. We understand that everything, if the US dollar is the driver, right, as in gain strength, everything is going down relative to the USD currency. But you'd have a cleaner setup on certain asset, right? Whether it's pound dollar, Kiwi dollar, Aussie dollar, CAD dollar, yeah, Euro dollar. So when I identify my instrument that I would like to trade, right, based on setup and analysis, I then remove myself from this asset, from this window right here, and go to a different template that I was showing earlier on, and I'll go to Euro dollar, right? And when I go to Euro dollar, the timing is so important to me that I need to see all time frames because I understand that we have different time frame traders. We have traders that trade the 4-hour time frame. We have traders that trade the hourly time frame. And we have traders even trade the daily time frame. And we have traders that trade the 50-minute time frame, with the 5-minute time frame. So I like to see where the price is at. Where the price is at a particular time. So I can see the more people I can have looking at the same trade that I'm seeing, right? The chances are it will go into the direction that is intended. Right? Definitely. So on the left right here I have the H4. This color not so nice. I'll use the blue. I have the H4 time frame. Right? Right here I have the M15 in the middle. In the middle is where I do my execution. And I have the H1 time frame right here. And last but not least, I have the daily. I have the daily right here. Right? So at any given point, I'm seeing what the 4 hours persons are seeing, or they are thinking about, and I would like to see what the hourly traders are thinking about. And most definitely, the daily. Right? So this is how I would play it out into my, when I already execute, when I'm ready to execute. Squeeze the trigger. Right? Yeah. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm not gonna stay too long, keep you up too long, but thanks for the turnout. And one other thing, stay small and stay humble. Focus on the long run. Right? And this is a skill, and this requires a lot. And I always ask this question: why many traders come into this business and feel like they will just get it overnight, or it's gonna just, are they looking for the crystal ball or the holy grail? Other careers take, say, 4 or 5 years. Other profession, whether doctor, lawyer, maybe engineer, whatever. Yeah? And they take the years, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, get it. And many traders, younger traders, come into this business and feel like they can just make it within weeks or just a few months. And I'm telling you, it's a shame, because that is what sells. If you look on YouTube, all around they tell you, say, hey, you can make this, you can make that. But what they don't tell you is how long they take to be where they are this present time, to can be making videos and showing that they can make this and can make that. And that is the truth behind it. Right? That is the truth behind it. Right? So with that, you enter with the mindset that you are going to make, say, 1,000 USD every week. Right? And first, for you to make this 1,000 USD, you need capital. Capital. Right? You need capital. And you need skills. You need the skill. Skills. You need what it takes to make this. You need the capital and you need skill. Most traders come with, say, let's say use the same 1,000. Most traders came into this business with a $1,000 account and expect the expectancy to make 100% a week. 100% week, which is highly, 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 highly unlikely. 100% of the week of a week of in a week. Every week 1,000. Every week 1,000. Every week 1,000. So in a month you will end up with say 4,000. Right? 4,000. And this turning this 1,000 to 4,000 put a lot of strain and a lot of stress, and you feel emotionally embarrassed, everything. Right? And this is the honest truth that they don't tell you. They don't tell you, say, hey, no, acquire the skills, get yourself funded, raise the capital. Right? You have many ways. You have firms, prop firms, and enough different institutions where you can get funded. Right? Where you can manage, like, say, let's say you can manage like 100k. 100k. Right? They start you off like that with a 100k. Prove to them that you have the skills. Let's change it. Prove to them. Prove that you have the skill, you have what it takes. The patience and the discipline. The patience and the discipline of, if I give you my 100k, you won't just piss it away or just gamble it away. No. No way. If you don't have the skills, there's no way a wise, smart, hard-working, save all their money and gonna, let's say a family fund. Let's say a family fund. Right? The eldest of the family can have access to $1 million. Right? And they will tend to grow it steadily and slowly. If you don't have the skills or what it takes, that you won't get that. You won't get that opportunity to manage that, to trade that capital amount. And that is where the issue is, the problem is. And many people selling all these things, selling these dreams, they can make this. The bottom line, they're not talking the truth. It is possibly yes, but why them don't start? Why others don't? I'm not bashing anybody here, right? I'm just talking how I really feel about it. Why they don't tell you from the get-go? Say, listen, 95% fail. F-A-I-L. Why they don't start off by telling you that 95% of persons who enter in this business fail? 95. It's easier. You take your career, you take your 4 or 5 years and try to be engineer or lawyer, whatever the case may be. But 95, you have you're in a 95% of getting a job. In this business, you come to this business with the incorrect mindset, 95% of the time, fail. Right? Fail. So tell them, this is the problem. This is the problem, the 95%, and what is being sold. What is being sold is that you can make $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month, but with what capital? With what capital? With what skill? With what capital and with what skill? Right? So this is the issue. This is the issue. Right? Acquire the skills and you will get capital to trade. Prove to me, prove to your peers that you have what it takes to manage, right? So, in other words, when amateur trader and newer trader come into the business with the 1,000 and they are told or they are taught or they are brainwashed that they can make $1,000 within the month with this without the proper skill and whatever it take, right? They keep on taking this 1,000 right here and want to make it into this 4,000 right here. And what should be mentioned in the first place, this 1,000 that you started trading with, it is called learning. Learning. You're not taking this $1,000 and making anything. This 1,000 is learning to learn the skills, learning the mindset, learning the emotions, and all of that, right? Many times, the next thing that what bother me often and too often is this. You start with demo trading, as in paper trading, right? And you acquire the skills of price action, and when you ready to go, when you go live trading, you can't perform. You can't perform. Why? When trading demo, you go through a different emotion. You go through a lot of different emotions than when trading live. Or in other words, trading demo is fake money, paper money. So you don't have no emotion. But trading live, you have your real money. You throw partner, you save, you borrow, you beg, and you have the 1,000 now, and you say you want to go live, and you was doing so well in the demo, and then you do so bad in the live, right? Because the emotions that go along with trading. That's why I said it's a lot of variables. It's not just one thing, it's a lot of variables. Yeah? Is a lot of variables. So that's why my recommendation is, and how I do my students is, whenever you're trading demo, is just to get yourself familiar with the platform or how it is used, the different tools, and the third and the fourth. Trading live, you're able to manage and becoming aware of your emotions while performing live trading. Right? Live trading is a totally different thing. And you will find different ways and means how to develop self-awareness and how to handle stress. Because this business comes with also stress. Right? So this is my take on how I look into it, into introducing newcomers into trading. Right? It's, in my opinion, it's more mentally than even physically. You just press the button buy or sell and you're in a trade. That's it. But the emotions and the mindset and the roller coaster that go along with it plays a very, very big part. Right? So I'll just leave it right here. I go longer than I expected. So take care, look after your risk management. Until next week, and I took a screenshot, and I'll try my best to be around next week so we can have a look at it, Eurodollar, and see whatever transpire. Alright?